smashing through them today. Fozzie's done, got my notes ready, camera stand, and we have got 3 different rinseless washes to look at. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always. Thanks for all your kind comments, likes, subscribes, discussions, etc, etc. All very, very much appreciated. Right, I'm going to smash this one out of the park, as they say. So we've got Carpro Ech2o or Ech2o in that bucket. There is 38 ml of product in 2 gallons of water. We've got Optimum No Rinse in that one, and that is 1 ounce in 2 gallons of water. And we've got P&S Absolute in that bucket, 2 gallons of water, and also 1 ounce approximately of P&S Absolute. And what I am planning to do is we're going to apply a stripe of P&S on this section, a stripe of ONR on this section, and a stripe of Ech2o on that section. Get it dry, then I'm going to hose over that to get a sense of what the hydrophobic nature is like. So, quick headlines. Ech2o, waterless cleanser and gloss enhancer, designed to work in harmony with ceramic coatings and works on non-coated or waxed surfaces, based on SiO2 framework, eco-friendly organic lubricant solution. Can be used in direct sunshine, fine on rubber and plastic trim, can also be used as a QD, clay lube, waterless or rinseless. P&S Absolute encapsulates and emulsifies dirt beyond what soap is capable of, softens water, reduces chance of water spotting. It's good on paint, coatings, PPF, plastics, leather and upholstery, best on cool surfaces but can be applied in sunshine, leaves clean and slick surface, can be used as QD, clay lube and as a glass cleaner. And last but by no means least, ONR. It's got proprietary polymers that bond to the cast surface and trap dirt to clean without rinsing. Can be used as a QD, clay lube, softener, glass cleaner, interior cleaner, etc, etc. So today it is all about rinseless, and you will see there's a microfiber per solution, so there's no contamination, and so it's fair. And there's a different drying towel for each one, again, so it's fair. Sorry they're not all the same, but I'm starting to scrape the barrel now. And just quickly, comedically, I've done a sniff test, and P&S Absolute smells the best, closely followed by Ech2o or Ech2o, and lastly ONR. ONR's a little bit chemically smelling. Right, let's give that a little swoosh. Doesn't feel remarkably slick. Clean my hand on a neutral cloth. Little liven up. Roughly the same. Cleanse on a neutral towel. Little liven up. Get it all to absorb. It might be a trick. It feels roughly the same, but with the P&S Absolute, you're getting bubbles. So maybe that tricks the mind into thinking it must be slicker. But this is what companies have done to us, i.e. shampoo, shower gel, soap. They make us believe that lava equals cleaning, but apparently that's not true. Google it. Google it. Anyway, they all mixed up well. No drama. They all smell all right. Maybe the ONR is just about the most chemically or artificial smelling, should we say. So, We're not doing pre-soak today because I don't want to be spraying things around which might influence the test. So we're going straight in. Nice straight lines. Car was cleaned last weekend, which you may or may not have seen on the channel. So the paint is just dusty. I am really excited for this. Reason being, one of the when I've used ONR, whilst it revolutionises the process, when you get rain that following week, it's like you haven't got a coating. It's like you've used like a 1980s turtle wax or something. It's all right, but the bubbles that sit on the car are kind of bigger. Right, so I'll keep this out of harm's way. I'm going to make a new pile and I'll put them in order like a total loser. I'm only kidding. Obviously. Hiya, you alright? Yeah, very good, thanks. Obviously, it is very important that we do it right. We do them in order. We keep everything separated because we want to know. Apologies about my head. We're on a main thoroughfare here for dog walkers, and being dog owners ourselves, we know a lot of them. Let's try and keep that equal. Core, the paint is blazing. Right, that in there. Again, its own separate drying towel. Slickness, efficiency, effectiveness felt the same. Can't see with my own eye any discernible difference in gloss as we look over it, but we'll get close into that in a moment. As stated before, the P&S Absolute is tricking us because it feels bubbly and lively, and therefore you know, it feels, I don't know, like it's doing a luxurious, bubbly task. So I'll get this dried. If I'm honest, the Carpro dried really easy. This drying really easy, and maybe ever so slightly the worst of the bunch in terms of drying was the ONR. Anyway, I'll put that in my staggered, organised pile so I know what's what. Then we'll have a quick look at the finish. All did brilliantly, as you'd expect. Nice and clean, nice shine about it. ONR. Then we move on to, Carpro. Then we move on to ONR. Nice. And then we move on to P&S Absolute. Also nice. So, just going to get the hose going. So, let's have a quick mist and we'll have a look at the hydrophobic nature of those different products. So, Carpro, nice. ONR, nice. P&S, nice. And you can't see, oh, got soaked. Right, I'm going to come through the other way. You can't see a natural break point where the bubble structure changes in any way. Last thing this car had was Geon wet coat. Maybe the bubbles are slightly bigger there. So that was Carpro. I was expecting Carpro to be absolute standout favourite because of it saying that it had SiO2 in it. But all doing okay. All beading as the water builds up, as you would expect. As I say, last thing this car had was Geon wet coat last weekend. So we could conclude that none of those rinseless washes have affected the coating and this is residual activity from the coating. Or, I think the Carpro one does say designed to work with coatings. Anyhow, so hydrophobic test complete. I'm going to turn that hose off and then get the rest of the car washed. So I stuck with the same process. Separate drying towel just to wipe off the excess water on with each product, and they all dried equally. Very nice. Right, let's just get in with the Carpro and see how we're looking. So Carpro's doing driver side. Feels nice in use. No sense whatsoever that there's any marring of the paintwork or dragging. Dries up nice. No lines, no marks. Yep, all good. So I'll whiz round. I still haven't cleaned the inside of my partner's windows. Ooh. Straight lines, nice and gentle. Rinse if you feel the need. Check the towel regularly. It does feel nice actually. It does feel nice. I will say that. I won't be long. In fact, before you know it, we'll be through. Be quite excited about trying them. I'd had ONR probably coming up for a year, I guess, and a good friend of the channel sent me the P&S Absolute to try, and he also sent a sample of Carpro actually, but I had already got a sample in to test for the channel. Just had a bit of an overlap on that one. Right, looking good, keeping the drying media separated. Obviously, having 3 products to test. Last movement or last action will be wheels. I did the wheels on the Forester earlier when I was shooting a video about the most basic equipment required to do a rinseless wash, and I did the wheels on the Forester with ONR. So it'll be quite interesting to see how P&S Absolute and the Carpro product get on, and we'll do one per wheel. So once I finish this side, I'll leave the bucket of Carpro near the rear wheel, and that will become the nominated test subject for that product. So one more panel. I think I'm going to leave the excuse me, I'll leave the bumper for the ONR. So that means ONR will be doing roof, boot and front bumper. Nearly started on there. Woohoo. Right, so that's it. That is the Carpro. It felt nice. It felt nice. I'm not expecting there to be a great amount of difference. You know, these are all big names in the detailing, car cleaning world. So they've all got to compete with each other. So, you know, they're not going to put out a substandard product. Cool, that glass is irritating. Righty. Just double check the camera's still rolling. And we are. You lucky people. Right. So the bonnet is clean. It's not, this method's not ideal. You know, because getting in and out of that grille is a pain. Anyhow. It's when a pressure washer would be much appreciated. Anyway, good. Some good old-fashioned, genuine clag. My partner uses the car to go and feed the horses. So there's lots of country lanes. So she's always got a nice collection of straw in the grill. There we are. Make sure that's not on your wash media. And that is that. So, apologies for me being in there. Excuse me, the ONR will now be used for roof. And I am aware we need to do windscreen too. So that's going to be ONR as well. Makes sense, at least in my head. I'm not going mad in and out all the little nooks and crannies. It is rinseless after all. Need a washing line for the towels. And I know that standard practice with rinseless would be typically roof first. But I wanted to do that bonnet, split and spray down test. So that's my reasoning behind that. Oh, there's a bit I can get on there. Still keeping the towel separate for everything. Drying and cleaning. All doing a good job in the sun. No associated issues with that in terms of it drying or immediately spotting. But time will tell on that one. Time will tell. spider, that can stay. That's okay. Good enough. It's very, very hot. So there's no need. Well, it's a good day actually to be doing rinseless. It has been boiling all day. When I was making a video earlier, oh, it wasn't pretty. Dreading it. When I edit it, I'm going to be like, oh, look at the state of me. It's not going to be pretty. Anyway, something funny happened in the week. I ummed and ahed whether to say, because sometimes you don't want to mention, you know, personal life occurrences on the channel, because it will be part of the channel until I don't do the channel anymore. So potentially a long time. Anyway, any long-term subscribers or viewers will know that on a Sunday I regularly say I'm going to wrap this one up nice and quick because I'm going to go and have a Stella. Well, had a bit of discussion in the week with one of my fellow viewers and had to confess to him that Stella tricked me. Stella made me think it was appropriate to enter the run 100 miles in a month for September for Cancer Research UK. Oh dear me, the things we do. At least it wasn't a crazy eBay purchase, hey? Yeah, I haven't woke up to having a Porsche Panamera V8 turbo pending delivery. Just saying, I secretly rather like those. Maybe one day when the channel has a complete and utter boom and you know, provides that financial support so I can buy something completely nuts. But you never know. You can see there's a theme. I like big, fat, ugly, fast estates. I don't know what you're all thinking. There's no way a Panamera is as ugly as the Forester. You're probably right. To make sure I'm on the right towel. And I wanted to place the ONR bottle next to the rear near side wheel, so that we know that that product is taking care of that wheel when it comes to the how good is each product on dealing with wheel cleaning without using any chemicals, which I think is interesting because it gives you an idea if there's, you know, can I use just this product? Something interesting happened here and I really wish I moved the camera. However, I didn't. Anyway, there was a stratospheric lump of bird poo on the back, and the ONR dealt with it good. So make sure we've got a little clean section for this last couple of passes, and then we're down to wheels. Nice, nice, nice. That's that. And all still performing lovely. I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes when you're testing products like these, you want there to be a clear winner. At the moment, other than sniff test, P&S wins the sniff test and possibly how bubbly it looks. But who cares about that? Well, the smell's important, but the bubbliness, eh. Right, I'm going to move the camera around because we have got some wicked clag goody. So this will be for the PNS to deal with that, all this side, and another lovely clump there. So I'm just going to pause, move my, oh no pause required. There we are. Lovely. So I've got the ONR as stated at the back wheel. We'll put the PNS there ready to rock. So let's spend some time with the PNS. And that's what it's like sometimes. You know, is to spend some time with a product and see how you get on. Well, I'm going to nip that. That did so well. I sounded like a parent. Oh, you did so well. It just, well, it wasn't putting up a fight. The bird poo on the boot was significantly bigger than that. You know, the sort, total Klingon. It formulated its own special bond. Oh, this does feel nice. But again, you know, is it a trick? Is it a trick? Got its own special towel. Try and do it left-handed. Yeah, it's got its own special towel. Anyway, so back to the running. So I've never told people this on the channel, but so I've done the London Marathon twice, and a long time keen runner. But we now have lots of four-legged friends. So my training tends to mainly centre around walking or weights, for obvious reasons, because those two disciplines you can spend time with your four-legged friends, and anyone with dogs knows that's what they want. They want time with their special friend and most trusted person in the world. And I, for one, would not, you know, take that away from them. It's wonderful. Anyway, as I say, so I have signed up. I'm doing it. My partner signed up as well, which is great. I've done 2 3.3 mile test runs because I haven't run for months, and I used to do sort of 80, 100 a month in training and stuff. So I wanted to just get out, make sure the good old knees would still propel me for 3.2 miles at a reasonable pace. I can't vouch for the pace part yet. It takes time to build up that, but we're getting round. So the reason I'm running 3.33, obviously, it's run 100 in September. And to achieve that, you need to do 3.3 miles every day. And from previous experience of doing a set amount per day, it's not the doing it once, twice, 3 times, it's the doing it every single day that starts to grind you down. You know, you wake up, you think about running. You get home from work, you think about running. The weather's bad, you've got to go out and do your run. But I think September should be a good month for it. Temperature good. still some daylight, etc, etc. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. Right, let's get that clag off the bottom. You don't have to fear the dirt. The rinseless products help deal with that. You just need to keep an eye on your wash media at all times and make sure it's still clean and still lint and scratchy elements free. Apologies if I'm starting to melt, and I hope that camera angle's okay. I'll leave that last bit of plastic in terms of drying to the very end, because they are typically the dirtiest part. Oh, that bird poo has left a little mark, you know. I'll put some QD on that before I finish. You won't have to endure that. Let's see what this is. I don't think I introduced that, but there's lots of narrow country lanes around here, so maybe it's a branch. Anyway, enough of that. You don't need to hear me waffling on about that. So this is the last section with a P&S that has felt and performed nicely. Dealt with bird poo good. Feels nice and slick. Only difference over and above the others is that it smells nice. And on the surface of it, oh, nearly dropped it. On the surface of it, it appears more bubbly. Right, I think, just in case anyone wants to knock off and not see the wheels part, I'll do a quick once round. So, P&S side, P&S section, ONR section, Carpro section, Carpro side. ONR done the windscreen, ONR did the roof, and ONR did the front and the grille. Again, this is all Carpro, 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 and it was ONR on the boot. So you can't separate. Feels nice. Feels nice. Let's just get a similar panel. Feels nice. All nice. All nice. Right, let's dig in and get some wheels done. I'll just get this straight on the floor and we'll get straight onto that whiz round with the same wash media. That's all going in the wash. It's not going near the paint anymore. So, don't have to worry about rinsing so much. We'll just go straight in, see how it gets on, removing dirt. I've got to say, when I was doing the Forester earlier, using ONR, to me, you know, it's not quite as easy as going chemicals, but given the amount of time you've saved, just getting out one bucket, you can live with that slightly more manual aspect of wheels. I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. I didn't want to use chemicals with rinseless because I didn't think we're not sloshing enough liquid on to adequately neutralise the chemical. Oh, Nearly used the wrong towel. I've been so good and not cross-contaminated the towels at any point. Right, well, that felt good. I mean, my partner's car was washed at the same time Subaru was washed. But I suspect there's slightly less effort or work on the braking system because the Subaru wheels were mullered at the front. Maybe I drive the car faster. So that was P&S Absolute, and it done really good on wheels, really good. Really impressed. Ripped through the dirt, no problem. The little amount of dirt there was, but it did do good. We're not going mad. This is just a maintenance wash, and as I always say, this is my last activity of the day. Where are we? It's 4 o'clock. This is my second valet and my second YouTube video of the day. So I'm going to spend a bit of time tidying up appropriately and then sit down. Right, ONR did great. Make sure I've got the correct drying towel for Carpro side, which I have. That's safely in my pocket. There we go. So this is Carpro. And for my own sanity, because my hand's in it, I'm going to use this for the last one as well. Feels nice, feels slick, feels like it's doing the do, no complaints. And that smell is coming up. It's just slightly better than, well, sorry, not quite as impressive as the P&S, but it is a satisfyingly nice smell nonetheless. And we're strategically using the same cloth because that is how we roll. So we've made sure we've used the same one every time for the same product. And you just have to endure the last one with me. We're in it together. We're in it together. You see, I'm getting a bit more sloshy now. Right, yep, I'm ready for a break. I am ready for a break. Obviously, this cloth will not see bodywork. I'm just going to gather everything up and get it in a good solution of Carpro MFX and get them on a cycle, get everything cleaned and reset for the week ahead. And it was good to test this on a front wheel because a little bit more dirt. Nothing major, but a little bit. Other than seeing a few spots on the bonnet, I'm generally happy with the results throughout. Right, let's get you up. I think my back said that's the last time, Ed. Whew. Sorry, let's get my breath back. Right, so they all did wonderful. Really, really good. Absolutely no preference whatsoever, other than smell and bubbles. Other than that, they all did great. They all leave a nice gloss. They all have a similar bead pattern when you hose them, which is possibly residue of the Geon wet coat. The car as it stands looks equally shiny, even on the bit that we did the brake. No discernible difference. Wheels, good. All did good on the wheels. No complaints whatsoever. I would gladly recommend any one of those products. Really, really good. Really pleased with them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. I really did. A nice, good old Sunday maintenance wash and a good old waffle. Great to see you all as always. Please don't forget to hit that like button and consider a subscribe. It really helps the channel. Anyway, I hope you're well. Have a great week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. All the very best. Bye-bye. Take care.